And we back, baby. And today I just got to talk my talk because ain't no way these words about to come out my mouth. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. The New York Knicks going to the NBA Finals. Wow. Wow. Listen, man. Wow. That's a crazy statement for me. Look, I keep telling you, I'm a former Knicks fan, man. I'll tell you straight up, I used to be a diehard Knicks fan, man. In high school, man, customized Knicks gear all the time. I was 11 before Jalen Brunson, man. I should show you. I was 11 before Jalen Brunson, man. All my customized Knicks gear from high school. I thought I was number 11 for the New York Knicks. Call me Jarvis on the back, man. But, oh, man, the Knicks going to the finals. That's crazy, yo. As crazy. There's no way that they don't. Like, it's so like, how do you lose to the Cavs? Well, the Cavs, they beat the Pistons, but how do you lose to the Cavs, man? Look, you see James Harden in Game 7? That was insane, man. James Harden in Game 7? My man got 2 shot clock violations from not knowing the time. Like, yo, what is you doing? Donovan Mitchell bailed them out, and luckily the Detroit Pistons are void of offense. Like, if Cade ain't on, void, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So I don't think the New York Knicks are going to have that problem. That's an offensive five. That's an offensive juggernaut of a team. And wow, sheesh, they got to go to the finals, man. Look out for, Karl Anthony Towns starting this series off with a triple-double. He was doing triple-double the whole series versus Philly, but that man couldn't stay out of foul trouble, yo. Cat got some issues up here, man. Like, no disrespect to him, but there's no way. Like, even Ant used to look at him like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why do you keep fouling these people? Like, it's not serving you in no way, shape. Look at the game. I keep going back to the Game 4 foul. I forget on who. Somebody was going for a baseline layup. Yo, you smoking this team. Why are you just selling out and like, yo, you diving on this dude? Like, yo, bro, you got 2 fouls already in the second quarter. Why are you going for a chase down block? Y'all up 40. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like I don't know, man. That dude IQ is disgusting, man. But he going for a triple double. We going for it. Remember, always look for a Karl Anthony Towns 6 assists. That's been good for the last 20 games. I'm joking about it. It ain't been 20, but it's been a good number of games. Cat is good for a six dimes easy, even with the foul trouble. Triple doubles without the foul trouble easy. Also, look out for Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley will be a dime threat this series as well. 6 assists should be, the high mark. Like, you can look at the Evan Mobley, he might be 8 assists too, but like 6 assists, if you feel like he won't really dime a lot that game, but he should be good for 4 at least every single game. So Evan Mobley 4 assists and a Karl Anthony Towns 6 assists should be your 2 guarantees. Jalen Brunson every single game, he a 30-ball threat. Him and Donovan Mitchell got to have a battle, at least one battle this series where they go 40 for 40. Forget it, ESPN 30 for 30. We going 40 for 40, baby. So, OG Anunoby, it depends on his hamstring. I say OG should be good for 20. 15 to 20 range is always an OG mark. 2 3-balls, that's always OG mark, but the hamstring does matter, When the hamstring bugging him out, OG will shoot more threes. So if you see he like laboring a little bit when he playing, take OG next game for more threes. He probably going to shoot more threes, stay in that corner. Because OG, in my personal opinion, I don't know what's the stat on this, he one of the best triple threat three-point shooters without a dribble I've seen probably in the history of the game. I see him with the ball, he in a triple threat spot, and he just pulling up from the 3. Oh, yeah, that's cash. That's cash money. And OG controls the tempo, it's the momentum. The momentum gets shot out your team when you see OG hit one of them no dribble triple threat 3-balls. Who else? Mikal Bridges, and I don't know. Mikal, he been cooking lately, but he could just flop again. Like, Mikal Bridges is Mikal Bridges, man. But JB, Donovan Mitchell should be a battle. JB gonna win that battle. And honestly speaking, it's just crazy to say, like, yo, the Knicks really, like, they going to the final. There's no way. That's crazy if they don't. Like, look at the Knicks have been a story lately, I always said this to all my friends, all my family. The Knicks, Base hits, man. The Knicks need to go for base hits, base hits. Every single thing. When I was growing up, we getting T-Mac, we getting Stephon Marbury, we getting all these stars, Jamal Crawford. Like, we getting all these stars that either inconsequential or like the back nine, man. They on the back nine in their career. And we expecting change. You just going for the big names so James Dolan could up them ticket prices. That's all you going for. You're not going for them base hits. And finally, I think it took them getting Leon Rose and whatever the new organization, the new administration, the new administration of New York Knicks. Their motto has been base hits. Base hits. Started with the Julius Randle 2021 Knicks. That team was super understaffed. I'm going to call it super understaffed. That was like a bottom 5 roster, but they shot up because of their toughness. They had Tibbs, but they shot up because of their physicality, and they was able to punch up. Yeah, they lost to the Hawks, but the fact that they even got to that point was crazy in the first place. Then you start adding dudes like Jalen Brunson onto the squad. Yeah, they traded Julius Randle for a cat. Yo, you trade RJ and IQ for OG, even though like talent for talent, technically the New York Knicks gave up more talent. But like OG has been a better fit for that personnel, right? OG super better fit for that personnel. Mikal Bridges, you added more talent to the roster, even though you gave him 5 draft picks. That was crazy. But hey, it was crazy. But like, if you win, it don't matter, right? At the end of the day, if you win, it does not matter. And just lastly, to go into it, it's just crazy. I was that kid, middle school. I remember all throughout middle school, I used to be like, yo, that's when the Knicks was horrible. I used to be like, yo, the Knicks win 30 of their next 32 games. Yo, we can make the playoffs. To like now, even though it's 20 years now? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Close to 20 years. What, about 15 since middle school? It's just still crazy looking at it. Like, I ain't see that coming. That was just blind hope, blind faith. To the mellow years in high school, I was in high school when it was the mellow years. Those was my time. I thought we had hope then. And then you know how that went. Phil Jackson came, that killed everything. But to seeing me say, whether I'm a fan or not, because I ain't a Knicks fan, I'm a former Knicks fan, but it's always good to see what they say, to see Yags do well, right? You can do good on that side. But New York Knicks going to the NBA Finals. And listen, that's your pick, man. Yo, we going Knicks game 1. Karl-Anthony Towns set the series off for the triple-double. Make it quick, make it simple. This should be a good series. I hope it's a good series, just for basketball purposes, especially after seeing that Spurs OKC game. That Spurs OKC game was crazy last night. I need something like that again. OT tonight, baby. Get an OT game tonight. Cal, you get your triple-double. Knicks, you could win. JB, you know what? Get your 40 tonight. I'm joking on this one, but hey, it's possible. After last night, anything is possible. But sheesh, we need an OT game. Because what? I was sitting there on my couch. I'm like, yo, I need the Spurs to pack OKC up because how they did Los Angeles. That's just how I feel about it, They got my boy Luka up out of here. But Spurs give up that lead. I'm like, what's going on? My man Wemby said, yo, forget all this, man. He catch the joint. He think he Curry. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yo, what is you doing? He giving the game. He missed that shot. The game is over. Cash. What? Oh, nah. Yeah. I see. Yeah, he the best player in the NBA. Yeah. Behind Luka. But I'm like, yeah. I see. Yeah. I'm like, yo, this is the first time I'm really watching somebody. I'm like, yo. Even Luka, I feel like Luka is one of the greatest players already ever, all time. And what he in his 7th season, maybe 7th season, something like that. I'm like, nah, this dude got the potential to be the greatest ever. Like, undeniably, no Bron, Jordan, GOAT debate. Like, yo, it's just Wemby. Like, what the heck? 7'4" doing that? Ain't you the best defender in the league? Nah. But I say all this to say, we going Knicks game 1. Knicks take this series. I don't know about winning the championship, but hey, man, anything possible. The Knicks going to the finals. And listen, we do the NBA trivia. We got NBA playoff picks every single day of the NBA playoffs. You going to hear me get my pick if you like it. Like the video. If you don't like it, hey, you can dislike it if you want. I'm cool with it. Just talk your junk. Let me know how you feel. Subscribe to it. I always like building the community, being interactive with everybody. And I always drop, the NBA trivia on a Saturday night if you ain't doing nothing, just chilling with the boys, put some NBA trivia on, see who know they basketball history better. And, we just do this all for the love of the game, baby. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.